live breakdown. This is Thomas for the Knicks and the Pistons. As the Knicks just went out 3-0, and Cunningham gets the ball and feeds to Duran, and Duran gets stripped by Josh Hart, but it's all for the Knicks. So keys pretty much to the game for the Knicks. They gotta feed Karl Anthony Towns and get him 20 to 25 attempts. You know, he has to get 25 shots, at least 20 to 25 shots. And Jalen Brunson, it's got to be more mix and balance with the facilitating and more or less being, prominent guard as Karl Anthony Towns misses the shot, rebound. Oh, Tobias Harris throws it off. It keys it to Cunningham and gets it to Thompson. Thompson drives and he gets fouled by OG Anunoby. But yeah, the Knicks got to feed Karl Anthony Towns the ball a lot. And to me, they got to rotate and move the ball. And Tom Thibodeau's got to make a lot of. He had to have better rotations and better substitutions in the lineup and not leave his guys in there for too long because them guys will completely get burnt out. And then once the second half and down the stretch it comes, it won't be enough for them to salvage it. But right now, what the Knicks are doing is they're being more aggressive and attacking the paint. They got to get the Pistons in foul trouble. But the Pistons want to keep being aggressive. The Knicks got to match their intensity, and match their aggressiveness, and get them in foul trouble. As Thompson hits the free throw, and it's 3-1 Knicks. And for the Pistons, they have got to just match what they did in Game 2 and Game 1 in the first and the end of the third quarter. They got to match that aggressiveness and match that tone. And as we about to have an early confrontation right now, as Duran, Cat, it looked like Josh Hart got tangled up. And to me, in my opinion, we're seeing that the playoff intensity mode is just for both teams right now. It's starting to absolutely ramped up. And I'm really enjoying that part about it. As rebound Pistons, as I believe that was Hardy missed that. And there goes K. Cunningham. Cunningham misses that. The Pistons are 0 for 6 from the field. Rebound. Hart gets it to LG Anunoby. Anunoby misses the three badly. As Mikal Bridges gets it out to Karl Anthony Towns. Cat with the drive. Cat dishes. And Cat is fouled. To me right now, we have got to the Pistons right now are just coming short on their attempts. They got to take better shots right now because they're just forcing it. It feels like they're forcing it. The Knicks are doing a better job of being more aggressive. This cat going to the free throw line now, shooting 2. That looked like a complete shove and hit to the face by Karl Anthony Towns. I don't know if it was intentional. Didn't look as intentional, but to me, yeah, that's incidental contact that should have been called and went the other way. But in the playoffs, that style of basketball, you're not gonna get those kind of calls to go the other way. That's just not gonna happen. And Cat at the free throw line that he hits, and the Knicks go up 4-1. Yeah, when you had Cat follow the reign of where Bridges went in the trade in the free agency, and then also in the trade deadline. You saw when they came to the Knicks and trade for DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, that made the Knicks not even necessarily a better flowing offense because they're really not a better flowing offense to me, but it made them more dominant, ball dominant. And Bridges gets the rebound after another miss by the Pistons. And swinging out the Cat as Cat hits the three, and the Knicks go up 8-1. And timeout Detroit. And timeout being called as we're going to the commercial. But yeah, my thoughts so far, yeah, the Pistons are just coming up short on their shots. They are not playing with the kind of intensity that I've seen so far from the first two games. And to me, that is going to spell a whole lot of problems. And if they want to get themselves in this game and like really start flowing, they got to start hitting their shots. Cade's got to be more aggressive to the rim like he was in game two. And Tim Hardaway's got to start launching the threes. Pistons got to match what the Knicks are throwing at them. And so far, they're not. But I like the way the Pistons have been playing like all season long because, you know, when you got guys like Duran, Isaiah Stewart, who all they are is just getting garbage points and really getting crashing the boards and crashing the glass. You need that for your young guys in order for the guards, in order for Hardaway, Tobias Harris, and then to get their ability to get to their sweet spots and hit their shots. So yeah, that's the main thing that has to control for them. Let's see what is in the comment section. Oh, Quinn does art. How's it going? All right, as we're getting back into the game, the longest drought for the Pistons from 2008 to 2025, 6,074 games. 17 years, the last time the Pistons have won a playoff game. That is just, I almost can't even believe that stat. I can't even believe it. Just, I mean, that's ridiculous. As Hardaway passes to Duran, and he gets double teamed. Hardaway, and he hits the three as the Knicks are up 8-4 on the Pistons. Good shot by Hardaway. Bronson gets it and passes to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns passes to Hart. Hart looking for somebody. Oh, wide open Anunoby, and Anunoby gets the dunk. As the Knicks go up 10-4. Kerry Cunningham follows and he drives. Cunningham with an open shot and he hits, and it's 10-6 Knicks. and a cutting Josh Hart as fed by Bridges, and the Knicks go up 12-6. Okay, Cunningham gets the ball. He drives. He gets inside. Cunningham inside. Misses. Tip and a rebound by Cat. And Cat passes out to Josh Hart. Hart goes inside. Feeds it to Cat. Cat shoots the three and hits again. And the Knicks go up by 9, 15-6. Cunningham, he gets a pick. Cunningham looking. He drives inside. Cunningham shoots and hits. And it's 15-8 Knicks. Jalen Brunson gets it. Brunson gets inside. Jalen Brunson finishes. 17-8 Knicks. Here goes Cunningham as they inbound from Hardaway. Cunningham gets it to Tobias Harris. Harris gets a pick. Harris gets it to Thompson. Thompson drives inside, gets a double team. Hardaway open for three, and Hardaway hits, and it's 17-11 Knicks. Brunson guarded by Hardaway. Brunson finds OG Anunoby, and Anunoby, he gets bullied up by Cunningham. He passes it to Hart. Hart looking for someone, and he passes an open Brunson. Brunson shoots the three, and he hits. It's 20-11 Knicks. 6 consecutive shots have hit for the Knicks, and they go up 20-11. Cunningham passes back to Hardaway again. Hardaway is fouled. It looks like Hardaway got poked in the eye. Yep, he did. Yep, and he clearly got fouled by Brunson. Yeah, that could be the sign of a intent driven by the player. That could be pushed up to a flagrant penalty one. That could be up there because he did not get their opponent to stick the landing and drop on the ground and hit the ground after the shot. So yeah, that definitely is going to be warranted. That should be warranted and call for a flagrant, in my opinion. Yeah, my thoughts is with the Knicks hitting 6 consecutive shots, Brunson hitting some threes, some open lanes, some open passes. Pistons are just not paying attention defensively and missing their assignments. You know, you got to get clogged in the lanes and closing those spaces so you can't have those open lanes and open dunks. You gotta pay attention on those assignments. You know, and yes, they're a young team, and I know that part, but you got to pay attention to those your assignments and who you guard on the floor. Because without that, yeah, you're gonna just keep going scoring for scoring with them. Yeah, they're still reviewing this play. Yeah, this is a flagrant foul penalty one because he did not go attempt for the ball, went an attempt for the player. Unnecessary contact, so the Pistons shoot one free throw. And Hardaway shoots his 3 free throws and they retain possession. And Hardaway shoots those free throws. And the Pistons get the ball as Cunningham inbounds. Hardaway shoots again and hits again as the Pistons have cut the lead to 3, 20-17. Hardaway has early 12 points as his father is watching along. My goodness, he is on fire right now. Cat passes to Jalen Brunson. Brunson drives. Brunson pushes Cunningham, and Brunson misses that shot. Rebound Thompson. And here goes Thompson. Passes back to Hardaway. Hardaway passes to Thompson. Whoa! Completely went through his hands. And turnover by the Pistons back to Bridges. Bridges, OG Anunoby misses the shot, and the ball is off of the Knicks and back to the Pistons. Yeah, and Cunningham gets it to Tobias Harris. Harris passes the back to Cunningham. Cunningham lobs to Thompson. What a back to Thompson as Pistons get the ball back. Cunningham open for 3 and hits the 3, and the game is tied at 20. 4 or 5 from downtown. Open shots. Really good ball movement right now with the Pistons, and they're keeping themselves afloat and tied the game. Brunson gets it. And looks like it's a foul on the floor, and it's going to be side out. Yep, and the Knicks going to get his side out. And looks like another foul on the floor for against the Pistons. Looks like it's going to be either on Beasley or Hardaway, one of the two. And another side out play. Bridges is out. I think McBride's replacing him. McBride passes to Brunson. Brunson guarded by Hardaway. He feeds it to Town. Cat gets a double team, feeds it inside to Hart, and Hart finishes. The Knicks up by 2, 22-20. Tobias Harris shoots a 3. Looked like he got touched for the foul, but nope. Rebound by Towns. Knicks get it. Brunson gets it down the court. Cat for 3 and hits the 3. Towns hits his third 3 of the game. 25-20 Knicks. Tobias Harris gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham shoots an open 3, and Cunningham misses that one. Yeah, you can't be trying to go toe for 3s. I know you've been hitting some. And Hart misses. Rebound. off the Knicks, and the Pistons get the ball back. As you can see, Ben Stiller and the rest of us celebrities are watching the game. Cunningham gets it. He backs out. Gets a little pick set up. Passes to Beasley. Beasley shoots and misses that floater. Rebound goes to Brunson. Knicks had his 5-point lead. Brunson passes open as OG Anunoby, and Anunoby hits the three. 28-20 Knicks. Cunningham looking, Cunningham. And turnover Pistons, back to the Knicks. A rebound by Hart as Anunoby misses the three. Passes to McBride. McBride misses the three. Rebound Pistons as Beasley gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham drives. Got it as Cunningham finishes. Cunningham gets the ball, and as Brunson turns it over, gets it to Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder with the ball. And he gets a little setup, and then Schroeder shoots and almost hits the shot, but it's fouled by McBride as we are going to go to commercial break as the Knicks are up by 6 on the Pistons. This game is very, very driven emotionally. Sluggish start early on, but both teams are starting to pick it up. Shooting wise, Cat is playing a solid game. He's got 3 3-pointers and some open lanes for Hart, open lanes for Brunson to get inside and hit a few threes. And Cunningham is, for the Pistons, is coming through with some good shots. And Tim Hardaway Jr. has been the story for them as he has had 12 points and he is on fire, off to a hot start. So if I'm anybody, man, putting their money fantasy-wise in the playoffs, yeah, I would be putting my money on Hardaway right now because he is catching heat. So what are you guys' thoughts about the first quarter so far for both teams? Let me know down in the comment section if you guys are watching. I would show Charles Barkley and rest of some of the TNT crew on these FanDuel and all these commercials. They always show that, or they always show Kevin Hart on the Bet X50 commercials, man, trying to do a little shimmy dance, and knowing he can't dance at all. Jesus Christ. Yeah, my thoughts about the game is basically, yeah, both teams are really, really kicking it into gear. The main thing that the Pistons got to do is they got to keep moving the ball around. They got to find a way to attack the basket and stop and don't try to settle too much. 'Cause when you settle too much and start settling for jumpers and not being aggressive, it doesn't make your offense flow well. You know, you got to be aggressive. You got to be going to the basket and drawing contact. And even if you might not get the contact, at least sell it like you sell the contact enough for the whistles to they can't swallow the whistle. They got to call those fouls. You got to be aggressive. You got to push yourself further. That shooter is going to the free throw line now. Shooter hits that free throw and he's going for the second one. And hits both as the Knicks lead is cut to 4, 28-24. McBride gets it. He passes to Brunson. Brunson. Brunson gets it. He looks and it's out of bounds. Deflected off of the Pistons. Still Knicks ball. And Anobi passes to Brunson. Brunson looking and Brunson shoots and misses. Rebound Hardaway as he gets it to Cunningham. And he gets it and Cunningham gets it to Schroeder. Schroeder guarded by Brunson. Schroeder. Oh, another foul. Oh, excuse me. As Brunson heads to the bench with two fouls, and Jalen Rose is at the game. And Cunningham gets it as he's looking for somebody getting open. And Cunningham but shoots, and he gets a rebound. Oh, the rebound fought and gets it back to Cunningham. Cunningham passes to Beasley. Beasley passes or steps back three, and Schroeder hits the three, and the Knicks lead's been cut to 1, 28-27. Schroeder went up and did a step back three. He was pump faking it, and Mitchell Robinson gets it, and the ball is looked like the ball was going to be stolen, and there's a foul on the Pistons. Shoulder pump fakes on McBride, and he hits. As OG Anunoby hits as the Knicks go up by 2. And Anunoby hits both. The Knicks go up by 3. Inbound to Cunningham, and Cunningham gets it to Schroeder. Schroeder passes. Steal by Robinson, and Robinson gets it to Hart. Hart to OG Anunoby, and Anunoby turns the ball over. Back to the Pistons. Yep, both teams' ball handling has been absolutely way too loose. Way too careless. As Towns gets back in rotation, and oh man, it looks like Reed and Mitchell Robinson. That's Isaiah Stewart is not even in the lineup tonight. Not available. That looks like uh that looks like Mitchell Robinson basically incidentally try to shove Paul Reed as he was try to establish position. I don't understand what was going on with that. The Pistons got to control their emotions in this game. They cannot let the emotions of the game and them being in their playoffs and getting their first win, like you cannot let that get to you in this kind of environment. That's where the experience is probably going to come in some instances, but because that's unacceptable. And if you're JB Bickerstaff, you got to address that as a coach. You cannot let these kind of things keep going like that because again, incidental contact or not, you should not try to get guys to flow back and try to go back and like this was just not this. Yep, it's double technical fouls on Robinson and Paul Reed, and a technical foul on Cat, as one shot is going to be for the Pistons. But yeah, you got to control. If you're the Pistons, you got to control your emotions in this game. You cannot let this kind of environment get to you, man. I know you guys are young and starting out, but come on now, you cannot let the game and the emotions. And if you got veteran players on your team, Schroeder, Tobias Harris, and Tim Hardaway Jr., you guys have been in the playoffs before. You guys have been in the playoff environment. You got to tell your younger guys to get themselves together. As Cunningham surprisingly misses a technical free throw. Wow. And that's one thing I hate about replay. NBA replay takes way too long just to decide a simple call and a simple decision. As hot Tobias Harris passes to Cunningham passes to Beasley, and Beasley just overshots the three and he misses. OG Anunoby with the ball and he passes to Cameron Payne. And that's another thing in game one. Cameron Payne was scoring 12 of the 21 consecutive points. The Cat open for three and misses. Gets it to Beasley, gets it out to Schroeder. Schroeder passes to Beasley, and Beasley comes short on a three rebound. Mitchell Robinson, and Robinson gets it out to Payne gets out to McBride. McBride gets it out to Towns. OG Anunoby as he's guarded by Cunningham, and that's a foul on Cunningham. And now it's 4.7 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And OG hits the shot as it's 31-27 Knicks. And OG misses that free throw. Rebound to Mitchell Robinson. Oh, and OG with the dunk and puts it down for New York as the Knicks go up by 6, 33-27 to end the first quarter. Yep, OG Anunoby with 10 points. Yeah, that's the difference in the game. Cat's early threes and OG's 10 points. And then also for the Pistons, Hardaway's 12 points, including 3 3-pointers in the first quarter. Cade Cunningham, I think he had 8 points. He's been catching some good decent shots, but missing some. Yeah, this is a back and forth cat and mouse chess kind of game, man. So yeah, that we're gonna see in the second quarter both teams are made of. Boom, bam, bam. So they playing the Kendrick Lamar Gatorade, the Kendrick Lamar Peekaboo song on the Gatorade commercial. As we're back on for the second quarter. Back on for the second quarter. It's the inbounding goes to Shaman, passes to McBride. McBride resets, gets it. Looking and finds Cameron Payne. Payne's looking for opening, and Payne misses that shot. Gets it to the. Look like that's a foul. Oh, it looks like a side out for the Knicks. And McBride gets it as the inbounds from Payne. McBride looking, and McBride shoots, and McBride misses. Gets it. Tobias Harris gets it. as he runs up the floor, passes to Schroeder. On Schroeder. Schroeder passes to Tobias Harris. Harris ball looked like it's about to be poked away. And looks like it's a foul on Cameron Payne. Schroeder, as he is looking, Schroeder shoots the three and hits the three as the Knicks lead 33-30. 8 points for Dennis Schroeder off the bench. Bridges is guarded by Schroeder as he gets feeds it from Towns. Gets it back to Payne. Payne looks. Payne gets a pick. Tries to get a pick. Doesn't get the look, and then shot clock violation. There's Jalen Rose at the game as well. I know he's gonna rep. Dennis Schroeder looking. Schroeder, and he shoots. Oh, and that's an air ball. And gets it to. And again, the Knicks get the ball. Out of bounds off of the Pistons. Shaman inbounds to Cameron Payne. Jalen Brunson's on the bench with 2 fouls and 5 points. Cameron Payne gives it to Cat, and gets fouled by Tobias Harris. The Pistons are looking to challenge the play. All right, guys, I will be right back. Don't go away. Alright, guys, hey, I'm back. So it looks like that was an unsuccessful challenge by the Knicks as Karl Anthony Towns will be going to the line and hits the free throw as 34-30 Knicks. I trying to get me something to eat here a little bit. I got me one of these wild caught tuna steaks. And Schroeder passes to Beasley. Duran gets fouled after the pass from Beasley. Duran gets fouled. And it looks like he's going to go to the free throw line. As Duran hits the free throw, 35-31. Knicks. And Jalen Duran's definitely a really solid rebounder. Average that's from the season average of 10.8 rebounds per game. And crashing the boards as Cameron Payne running off the glass and hits that shot, and then it's 37-32 Knicks. Harris gets it to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder passes to Duran, back to Schroeder, and he shoots the three, and Schroeder hits again. 3 threes, and the Knicks lead is cut to 2, 37-35. And Shaman gets it back to Mikal Bridges. Bridges with a pick from Cameron Payne. And another little pick from Cat as Cameron Payne hits the three, and the Knicks back up by, this is a 2-pointer. Knicks back up by 4. Beasley gets it, and it's a scuffle. Oh, get it. And Harris gets it right back to Beasley, and Beasley shoots the three. Rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. Gets it out to Bridges. Bridges gets it back out. Look about losing the possession himself. And it's a foul by Tobias Harris. Robinson gets it to Bridges. Bridges. No. Rebound, Pistons. Well, Beasley wasn't even looking for the pass and gets it to Cunningham and stolen by the Pistons. Cunningham, and it's stolen again by Town. And back to Schroeder. And it misses. What defense by Holland as Bridges misses the dunk. Beasley shoots the three and he misses. Rebound. Knicks gets it to Cameron Payne. Has Karl Anthony Towns for three. Too strong. Rebound, Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder gets it. Back to Cunningham. And he gets fouled. Hardaway comes in and fills in for Beasley, as Beasley's been struggling from the three-point line. Off the bench, And now Jalen Brunson's back in the game as well as he comes back in for Payne. And I believe Hart comes back in. Mitchell Robinson goes out. Cunningham back guarded by OG Anunoby. Cunningham shoots the two-pointer and hits. 39-37 Knicks. Cunningham with 11. And that's a walk. Oh, they called a foul? Man, that was a clear walk. That was a clear walk, man. Oh, nah. Man, that's some BS right there. They know exactly what they doing, man. Man, that was a clear walk, man. And you just gonna ignore that and call it a foul and a side out. That's ridiculous. Just straight asinine. And Cat, guarded by Duran. Cat shoots the shot and misses. Rebound by Holland. Holland gets it back out. Holland, and that's a kick ball. Cunningham passes to Hardaway, and Hardaway hits a three again, and the Pistons have the 1-point lead, 40-39. Brunson drives. Brunson misses that shot, and stolen by Schroeder. Cunningham back to Hardaway. Hardaway for three. Good! And the Pistons go up by 4. Timeout Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks, the Pistons, Hardaway is absolutely just tearing it up in the first half. And also Dennis Schroeder hitting a couple of big shots as well. A couple of huge threes. They kept the Pistons in the game, and now they're up by 4. Kind of just goes to show you a ball movement and moving it around. And the Knicks is playing a little bit too sloppy. I like the way the Pistons are moving the ball, and I like the way that Cade Cunningham is just now taking control. And Dennis Schroeder also is hitting some key shots and moving the ball around as well. And I also like the fact that the bigs, Duran, and also I like the fact that Holland, defensively, as a rookie, keeping them in lock as well. So it's a good second quarter by the Pistons overall. So can they keep this momentum up? We'll see. And also Ben Wallace at the game as well. Uh, and Hardaway Jr.'s father cheering them on. Brunson inbounds to Cat. Back to Brunson. Brunson looking, gets a setup pick and gets guarded by Hardaway. Cat. And Cat inside hits. Pistons lead cut to 2, 43-41. Cunningham gets it. And Cunningham is fouled. And it's a side out. Schroeder gets it inbounds, and Schroeder shoots and hits. Yeah, that was a bad foul by Holland. Yeah, that was just a boneheaded foul. You cannot commit those kind of fouls like that in a game. And Brunson hits it, and the lead cut back to 2. Pistons up 45-43. Cunningham looking. Cunningham passes back out to Holland. And it looks like it's a foul on Bridges. Now the Knicks are over the limit, as well as the Pistons are over the limit. Both teams are over the limit. So now Holland's going to the free throw line. And Holland hits it. It's 46-43 Pistons. And the Pistons back up by 4. Hart gets the inbounds. Towns working his way in the lead, cut to 2 as he hits the, and he hits the running floater. Cunningham switches, back guarded by OG Anunoby. Cunningham misses that shot, rebound by Bridges. Bridges shoots the 3 and it's way too short. Rebound by Schroeder. And Paul Reed looking. Out of bounds. What's going on, brother? Out of bounds off for the Pistons. I mean, off for the Knicks. Turnover on the inbounds. Gives it to Brunson. Brunson shoots the 3 and it's short. Offensive rebound by Hart. Hart passes to OG Anunoby, and OG hits the three. The Knicks back up by one. And now the Knicks is up by three. Timeout, Detroit. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go away. Okay, guys. We are back. Inbounds. Hardaway gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham gets a small pick. And Cunningham shoots and hits. Lead is cut to one. 50-49 Knicks. 50-49 Knicks. All right. Hart gets it to Brunson. Brunson is not looking for the screen. Brunson guarded by Thompson. Brunson. Man, they really been calling some ticky-tack fouls, man. That look like Brunson tripped over his own dang feet, man. That is not a foul. Man, this is they are on some other stuff, man. These officials is ridiculous. That was not a foul at all, man. That was complete incidental contact, man, on the knees. Both knees were tugged together. That was not trying to draw a common foul. That's a bad call. And Brunson only got 7 points. He's 2 for 7 from the field. And then until he hit that free throw, now he's got 8. Man, that is ridiculous, man. That is absolutely ridiculous. And Brunson hits that free throw, back up to 3 for the Knicks. And a steal by OG Anunoby and finish at the rim. The Knicks up by 5. Oh, offensive foul on the Knicks. Yeah, it looked like his feet were still moving, so it wasn't set. As Thibodeau calls the timeout to challenge the call. So initially they called the foul on Thompson for the contact before Brunson ran into Beasley. So Brunson is going to the free throw line again. And Brunson hits his 55-49 Knicks. Yeah, that's a lot of bad calls by the officials tonight. Some fouls that shouldn't have been fouls. It's absolutely insanity. And Brunson hits both 56-49. Oh, that's a foul on OG Anunoby. So our Thompson for the Pistons will be at the free throw line. And Thompson misses the free throw. And the lead's cut to 6 now. Hart will take it. It passes to Brunson. Brunson looking. Guarded heavily by Thompson. And Anunoby hits the 3 again. He is absolutely balling out. Got 18 points as the Knicks are back up by 9. And Duran passes Beasley, shoots the 3 and misses. Rebound by Brunson, passes down to Hart. Hart to Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns back to OG again and he misses. Rebound Thompson. Minute and 42 left to go. The Knicks are up by 9 with 14 on the clock. OG is balling out tonight with 18 points. And the Knicks is up by 11. Too many turnovers that the Pistons are having. Just uncharacteristic turnovers. Like, you gotta handle and control the ball. And rebounded by Towns. Gets it to Bridges. OG passes. Brunson back to Bridges. Bridges shoots the three and hits. The Knicks up by 14. Cunningham passes. Beasley hits the three. The lead cut to 11 now. As Brunson gets the ball, trying to control the shot clock. Shot clock down at 7. 17.4 seconds. Brunson looks and drives, and Brunson hits and leads back up to 13. Cunningham gets it. He's trying to getting over the court, and he does. Looking for got a pick. Cunningham. And a buzzer and halftime's over. Halftime's about to start. Knicks up by 13, 66-53. Yeah, my thoughts about the first half is the Pistons too many uncharacteristic turnovers. Like, just unable to just keep control of the basketball. Unable to keep control of the ball, and then unable to get to their shots like they was when they went up by 4, but the Knicks was on this 21-3 run. Goes to show me that, the experience is starting to matter. And OG Anunoby is having a huge first half with 18 points. Mikal Bridges hit a big three-pointer to get them up to lead up to 14. And then also, in the first quarter, some easy buckets inside the paint. Jalen Brunson continues to struggle as he's only getting his points solely at the free throw line. 6 of those quick 13 points have come from the free throw line. And then Karl Anthony Towns with those early big threes. 3 3-pointers, and then they're able to get inside the bucket. He has 15 points, so he's playing well and getting to his spots in the first half. So, yeah, that's pretty much the difference in what I'm seeing so far. So, yeah, tell me what you guys think down in the chat room right now. And tell me what you guys' thoughts about the game is. If people still watching, tell me what you guys think. Yeah, Cat has 17 points and he's 5 for 10 from the field. Yeah, as Kenny's breaking down the plays in the first half and why Cat Cat's not involved at certain times and where Cat is involved in the offense. Yeah, I think Chuck hit it definitely on the point. The Pistons did came lackadaisical. Like Tobias Harris got into foul trouble. Jalen Duren got into foul trouble. Holland with a couple of dumb fouls on Brunson. But when Schroeder and Hardaway are on, they were on and they were absolutely knocking down the shots. The others are really coming. Those guys were coming in and playing it. But no, they did not come out and start that well, man. They came out too flat. They were 0 for 7 from the field, 1 for 7 from the field until Cunningham hit that shot. The Pistons came out flat and lackadaisical, like they said. So I do agree with that. Yeah, that was the main thing. When you don't get the crowd going and get the crowd involved, when you missing shots, you got to start out aggressive, and that's what I was saying before in the beginning of the commentary. You got to have aggressiveness, and you got to have an ability to just create your own shots, not having to rely on the officiating and the foul calls like the other guys on the Knicks or players are doing. And you got to learn how to counterbalance that. If they're coming at you with your guys' intensity, You need to match the energy and need to match the aggressiveness by going at the rim and drawing contact and, you know, coming up with some easier buckets instead of trying to go for these harder shots and then careless with the basketball. You had like at least about 12 turnovers. That's not gonna get you any wins like that, man. You gotta take care of the basketball. All right, so what are you guys' thoughts about the first half and how for the Pistons and the Knicks and how you think it's been going so far? People still watching, let me know. I'll be on here for about maybe probably to the middle start of the fourth quarter, as I'm gonna get out of here um, after a while. But for those who still was watching and for those who are watching, thank you guys for watching and thank you guys always for supporting me, like, sharing, and commenting and subscribing to the page. And also subscribe to my other page too, News Cycle Reloaded as well, as I'm going to be uploading a lot more content on that page. Um, and I will be starting my gaming channel, the third channel, which is my gaming channel. Called Isaac's Gaming. So yeah, I will be starting that soon. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
It wasn't the late night shootouts or the tournament trips. That's not what got me here. It was them. The love they showed me. It's hard to give it back and pass it on, you know? Because it's the assists you don't see on the highlight reels that make all the difference.
Uh, oh, sorry about that. Hold on. All right, as the Knicks get the ball, and Brunson gives it to Bridges. Bridges gets it back to Brunson. Brunson looking, finds Karl Anthony Towns. Towns shoots and misses badly. Rebound, Tobias Harris gets it to Cunningham. And Duran hits it. And 66-55 Knicks. And Anunoby gives it back to Brunson. Brunson gives it to Anunoby. And Anunoby feeds it to Karl Anthony Towns. Back to Anunoby. Anunoby guarded by Thompson. Shoots the falling fadeaway and misses. Rebound, K. Cunningham. Cunningham steps into the three and misses. Rebound by Hart. Hart gives it to Bridges. Bridges to Cat. Cat looks for the three. Cat rolls and hits aggressively into the lane, and the Knicks go back up by 13. And Cunningham, tough shot and hits. 68 back leads cut back to 11. 68-57 Knicks. Cat looking. Cat shoots the three and it's short. Rebound, K. Cunningham. Cunningham. Hardaway shoots the three and hits again. Lead cut to 8. 68-60. And timeout Knicks. All right, we're back in the third quarter. The Knicks up by 8. Harden bounces it to Brunson. Brunson guarded heavily. Close by Thompson. Thompson guarding Bridges. Brunson guarded heavily by Cade Cunningham. Brunson, tight three-pointer and misses that shot. Rebound goes to Duran. Duran to Tobias Harris. Hardaway looking to Tobias Harris. Harris with the shot and misses. Rebound Duran. Duran offensive rebound. The lead cut to 6, 68-62. Knicks. Pistons on a 7-0 run. As LG Anunoby is fouled. He's going to the free throw line. And OG hits that free throw, bleeds back up to 7. And OG hits the second free throw, the lead's back up to 8. 70-62. Thompson gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham with the screen. Another screen. Cunningham guarded by Josh Hart. Cunningham with the shot. Misses that shot. Rebound by Bridges. Brunson shoots the 3. Brunson misses that shot. Rebound by Duran. Duran gets the screen for Cunningham. Cunningham gets it to Duran. And Duran attacks and hits. And the lead is cut back down to 6. 70-64. Drive and hits it and a foul. Active hands by Thompson. The lead's cut to 4. As Thompson's going to the free throw line. Chance to hit for the 3-point play. And Thompson hits that free throw. Lee's cut down, back down to 3. 70-67. Knicks. Brunson drives. Brunson gets it to Bridges. Bridges guarded by Hardaway. And a travel on Bridges. Turnover back to Detroit. Thibodeau was not liking the call, absolutely hating it. Cunningham gets the inbounds and gets it to Duren. Duren. Back to Cunningham. Cunningham. Back to Duren. Back to Thompson, feeds inside for the jam. Lee's cut to 1. Absolutely quick and stripped. And it's out of bounds off the Pistons. There's a foul on the play. And foul on Cunningham is his 3rd as Bridges going to the line. And Bridges hits the free throw. 2-point lead for the Knicks. 71-69. Under 7 to go in the 3rd. 3-point game. Cunningham gets it from Tobias Harris. And looks like a foul. Yeah, they're really letting the line go as Cunningham missed that free throw. Lead back down to 2. And Cunningham hits the 2nd free throw. Lead back down to 1 for the Knicks. 16-4 run by the Pistons in the last 3 minutes. And a shot, spin, move, and roll for Karl Anthony Towns, and hits it in a foul. And the Knicks lead is up to 4, 75-71. It's going to be 3 on Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah, foul is a side out. Thompson gives it to Cunningham. Back to Cunningham. Thompson turns the ball over. Brunson gives it to Bridges. And OG Anunoby for the three and misses that three. Rebound by Duran. Gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham looks, gets to Thompson. Hardaway Jr. That comes short. Rebound to Tobias Harris. First miss. And the play gets Schroeder gets the play off of Brunson out of bounds and the Pistons get the ball right back. Really good defense by Schroeder on Brunson. Duran then throws it down. 2-point game for the Knicks, 75-73. Timeout, Knicks. 5:15 left to go in the third. And I will be right back. You guys, don't go away. All right, guys, I am back. So the Knicks are up 78-75. Jalen Duren has 12 points in the third quarter, 10 of them in the third quarter, and Bridges hits the shot and a foul as the Knicks go back up by 5, 80-75. Schroeder gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham looking. Shot clock running down. Schroeder shoots the three and misses that shot. And out of bounds off the Pistons. Knicks ball. The lead as they got a 6-point lead. 3:44 left to go in the third quarter. McBride comes off the bench and gets it to Brunson. Brunson shoots and hits. And a foul. As Brunson is going to complete the 3-point play. And Brunson hits that free throw as the Knicks go back up by 9 as they remained like that in the first quarter and towards the end of the second. Cunningham passes to Hardaway. Pass back to Cunningham. Paul Reed and gets fouled. As Paul Reed misses that free throw. Brunson looked like about to be taken away. Passes to Anunoby. Anunoby shoots and hits over Beasley and leads back up to 10, 86-76. And it's a foul on the Knicks. As Beasley hits the free throw. McBride passes to Brunson. Brunson's guarded by Schroeder. Brunson passes to McBride. McBride shoots the three and misses. Rebound by Paul Reed. Reed gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham with 17 and gets a pick. Beasley. Rebound by Paul Reed. Beasley for three and misses that shot. Rebound by Josh Hart. Yeah. OG inbounds to Brunson. Back to OG Anunoby. Brunson shoots the three and misses the shot. Shooter is back to the Knicks. Ball back to the Knicks. Rebound by the Pistons. Back to Holland. Holland. And it's a foul on the Knicks. And there's a call on Josh Hart. And Holland is going to the free throw line. And hits that free throw 86-79. Oh, there goes Jahmyr Gibbs. And Holland hits that free throw. The lead is cut back down to 6. Brunson, as he gets it. OG Anunoby hit for three and misses. Rebound by Schroeder. Schroeder looking. Holland shoots the three and misses that shot. Rebound by Brunson. Counted for two and a goaltend for the Knicks. 88-80. Yeah, it seems like the roles have been reversed tonight. The Pistons were aggressive and coming alive in the first three quarters. It's the exact opposite. The Knicks pretty much are just attacking the rim. Karl-Anthony Towns attacking the rim. OG Anunoby with fadeaway shots. Bridges coming through in the third quarter, 5 for 8 from the field with 14 points. As Holland hits that free throw, and the lead is 7, 88-81. And Holland hits that free throw. It is 88-82. Hart inbounds to McBride. McBride, as he's looking. Holland was all over that play. OG and Anunoby blocked by Cunningham as the play is out of bounds. Still Knicks ball. McBride, 3, and hits that shot. Up to 9. 91-82 Knicks. A whistle and a foul. Ninety-one 83 as Reed hits that free throw. Six seconds left. Brunson gets it. Brunson shoots the fade and misses that. Hart hits it at the buzzer. As the Knicks go back up by 10, 93-83. Hit it in the third quarter, and here I'm about to be out. I'll be gone for a little minute, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back as inbounds as the turnover. Pistons getting the ball, and Beasley drives and finishes down the lane, and the lead has been cut to 8, 93-85. Knicks. And there's a foul on. His foul is on the Pistons, and his foul is on Jalen Duren. Wow. And Beasley on the inbound play, picking up his second foul. All right, OG Anunoby. Anunoby. Cat guarded by Tobias Harris. Now there's another foul on Cade Cunningham. And that's another turnover for the Knicks. Cunningham with the shot and hits. 93-87. Knicks. And Bridges hits the shot. It's 95-87 Knicks. That's foul on Cameron Payne. Reach-in foul. That's a number 2 on him. As Hardaway comes in, and Cunningham takes the seat. Harris gets it back to Schroeder. Schroeder looking. Beasley trying to get a screen. He does. Beasley hits the shot. 95-89 Knicks. Beasley trying to get himself going a little bit. Yep. Off of the Detroit and back to the Knicks. The ball back to the Knicks, and Mitchell Robertson comes back in the game, and OG sits out. As we're 2 hours and 15 minutes into the stream. Robinson gets it to Payne. Payne gets it to Towns. And Towns misses the shot. Rebound. Hardaway gets it to Schroeder. Schroeder looking. Tobias Harris gets down the lane. Misses that. Paul Reed. Reed comes in and finishes. Lead cut to 4. 95-91. As Payne sits down, also Dennis Schroeder got the technical foul, the double technical foul on Schroeder and Payne. As Brunson comes back in and inbounds to Mitchell Robinson. Brunson guarded heavily by Schroeder. And Hart comes in, misses that, and Robinson comes in and jams it down. 97-91, Knicks. Here goes Schroeder, Tobias Harris. Harris, oh man, what a bad turnover. Bridges shoots for three, misses that shot, rebound by Reed. Gets it to Beasley, Beasley gets it to Harris, Harris to Beasley, Beasley for three, misses that one. And Brunson gets it, looking, Brunson. Brunson signs it up, Brunson hits that shot. Timeout, Detroit. Yeah, the Knicks. Anytime you think the Knicks is gonna continue to run up the lead and run up the score, the Pistons just find a way to get an answer and cut the deficit to like 8 or 6 points. And to me, resting Cunningham actually is gonna help them a little bit more because he's gonna have to be the scoring load because Beasley can't find his shot. Harris is in foul trouble. Hardaway's kind of, you know, looking to be more passive rather than being assertive and aggressive. And although Reed and of course Jalen Duren's in foul trouble, and Reed is getting offensive rebounds, other than Schroeder, the Pistons do not have another scorer to really give some timely buckets. And for the Knicks is getting scoring everywhere right now. Um, Even when Brunson finally is coming around and hitting some tough shots because he's been struggling the whole entire game, the whole entire 3 quarters. But I feel like the end and then the late start in this fourth quarter, early start in this fourth quarter, he's starting to come around. Bridges missed a couple of shots, but Robinson coming in off crashing the offensive glass, crashing the boards, and putting in a couple dunks. But the Knicks just getting the scoring from there, and just the experience is starting to matter a little bit more, a lot more. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. What's going on in the fourth quarter for the whole entire game? I think the Knicks, to me, are showing a little bit more attrition and showing a little bit more ferociousness and tenacity. And the Pistons early on played way too like a days ago and didn't get the crowd going. So now they just having to play catch up and playing from behind, and it's kind of really doing them in. All right, and we are back, middle of the fourth quarter. Yeah, the Knicks have absolutely attacked the paint with ease. Oh, that was the walk and absolutely a turnover on that play. Unfortunate bad turnover by Cunningham and the Knicks. Reed with the block and is going turnover back to the Pistons. Hardaway, and that's a foul. Hardaway for three, and he comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Karl Anthony Towns. Brunson. Bridges. Good. And Schroeder hits. 102 to 93 Knicks. Brunson gets it to Towns as Towns is guarded by Schroeder, and Towns hits that shot. 104 to 93 Knicks. Cunningham shoots the three and hits that three. 104-96. Knicks. Knocked away by Reed. Here comes Tobias Harris. Schroeder, corner three. Good! 104-99 Knicks. Take this in. 8-2 run by the Pistons. And the lead's cut to 5. Brunson with the ball. Brunson switched on. Brunson with the three. No. Rebound by Reed. Gets to Schroeder. Schroeder looking. Tobias Harris. Harris with the shot. And good. Hits that shot. Lead is cut to 3. Timeout Knicks. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Hell of a game with the Knicks and Pistons. I'm glad I called this game live because, boy, back and forth they go. Glad you picked the perfect time to call this game because Knicks and Pistons going back and forth. They go up by 11. They would just run away with it. Knicks.
Well, I was just saying I'm a big heart. No worries. There you go.
All right, guys, we're back in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Jalen Brunson voted the most clutch ranked player of this year. So that goes to show you, man, down the stretch, you gotta take him away if you're the Pistons. Karl Anthony Towns, double team, back to Hart. Hart gives it to Brunson. Brunson guarded by Schroeder. Brunson shoots and hits. And Cunningham gets it. Cunningham gets it to Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. Cousins gets it to 5. Cunningham. Cunningham shoots and misses that shot. Rebound by Hart. They are making some bad calls. They call that a jump ball, which I don't know how that ends up making a play of a jump ball. 3:15 left to go. The Knicks up 106 to 101. Harris is on Towns. Towns looking. Towns shooting. Towns and hitting. Timeout Detroit. Is the Knicks are up by 7. Schroeder gets it to Tobias Harris. Harris. Harris gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham guarded by OG. Cunningham to Tobias Harris. It was knocked away by Towns and it's off for the Knicks. 2.7 seconds left to go for the shot clock for the Pistons. Hardaway gets the 3. No. Randor hits the jam. 108, 103 Knicks. Josh Hart controlling the ball, gets it to Brunson. Brunson guarded by Schroeder. Hands it, gets it to Cat. And that is an offensive foul on Towns. Wow. Cunningham gets it, and Cunningham gets it and cuts the lead to 3 again. 108, 105 Knicks. 12-4 run for the Pistons in the last 4 minutes. And Brunson misses that shot. Rebound. Cunningham. Cunningham. Oh, Cunningham dances. And Brunson will score on that play. Great defense by Towns. Hardaway for three, and he's short. The bump by Duran, and gets it to Bridges, and Bridges back to Brunson. Yeah, Jalen Brunson getting 10 of the last 12 points for the Knicks as down the stretch, and he's proving why he's one of the better clutch players in the league. And a couple of empty possessions for the Pistons. And Karl Anthony Towns with a few big altering shots and deflections off of that end, and kept the Knicks alive when the Pistons was cutting the lead to 3. Yeah, this is a really, really solid back and forth game, man. Down to the wire. And you guys, I've been on here for 2 hours and 39 minutes. It's the longest streamed out that I've had. 8 points in the fourth quarter for Jalen Brunson. The first 3 quarters, he was 5 for 14 with 18 points. Looks like the Thunder and the Grizzlies are starting on NBA TV. Here goes Hardaway. Hardaway to Beasley. Beasley for 3. And hits! Lee's cut to 4. Do not need to foul in this hand. All you gotta do is just get a stop if you're the Pistons. Get the ball out of Brunson's hands. I would force a double team if I was the Pistons. Yeah. Yeah, that was just a stupid foul by Tobias Harris. Did not need to do that. As Cat hits that first free throw, 5-point lead. And Cat hits the second free throw, 114 to 108. Knicks. Cunningham gets it. Cunningham looking. I thought he was going to shoot that shot. And Duran gets the jam. 4-point game. Yeah, Brunson got fouled by Hardaway as he goes to the line and hits that shot. It's 115 to 110. And Brunson hits second free throw, 116 to 110. Brunson with 27 points. Cunningham has to shoot this three, and Cunningham misses that three off of Robinson. Beasley shoots the three, misses, and rebound. Beasley misses that three, and it's a jump ball now, and only 8.6 seconds left to go. Looks like the Knicks is finna pull away with this win and go up 2-1. Hardaway with the three, and it hits. 3-point game. One 116 to 113 Knicks. Hell of a back and forth game. Knicks were 24-25 from the free throw line. Boston has 28. Towns has 31. Anunoby has 22, and Bridges has 20. Yep, the foul goes on Thompson with 3.5 left. Looked like they were trying to sit up there and say he was over and back. Yeah, that looked to me like that could have been over and back. Yeah, damn, I would have looked at that replay and called that, but they missed that. And Bronson misses that free throw, and timeout Pistons. 117-113. Detroit's basketball. Oh.
I can't believe they're leaving. Like, who would ever want to leave this paradise? Do I miss Netherhot? Of course I do. But do I regret my decision to stay in paradise? Thank you, Charles. Absolutely not.
A paradise you'll want to lose yourself in. Book your escape to Celebration Key, Carnival's exclusive paradise.
Max Armour coming over explaining to us this play here on Brunson. He's like, even though Brunson touched the basketball near that half-court line, they allowed his momentum to carry over into the backcourt. That's why it wasn't an over and back on the Knicks. It allowed his momentum to keep going. 3.2 on the clock. No silly fouls here if you're the New York Knicks. You want to shoot a three, let them.
Harris for three and hits. As Tobias Harris at three is 117, 116. Bronson hits the free throw, 118, 116. As the Pistons are getting up one more possession, they go for either the tie for the 2-pointer or go for the three for the shot, but they can't advance the ball because of no more timeouts. Yeah, terrible pass.
No one touched it. It'll be New York's ball. With point five. This should have been towards the basket. Would you have Durham inbound or would you have a guard inbound? I would love to have a guard throw it in. Durham's not used to a play like this. I would have had him underneath to throw it to the rim and maybe allow him to catch and finish. I'm not sure about this. Having your center take the ball out.
Yeah, I don't know what Biggerstaff was thinking on that play.
Unless they wanted someone tall because they knew that Robinson was going to be over there. They wanted. The only reason why Robinson was on him is because he was taking the ball out. If he would have been down underneath the rim, true, Robinson would have been down with him. But I mean, it wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close. Nobody could even catch the play. Nobody could even catch that pass. It was just a terrible pass, a terrible coaching decision by even having him inbound that play. Just a poor execution down the stretch by Biggerstaff and the Pistons.
So we got to point out another 30.8 for Woodson in the playoffs. Right, he had 34 in game one, 37 in game two, and 30 tonight. 31 for Towns. Robinson is out. Richards will inbound.
All right, that is it. The Knicks win 118 to 116. And thank you guys for watching this live stream. Um, my thoughts basically are the Knicks just had the experience left. They had the experience in the fourth quarter, and Jalen Brunson just took over and scored 14 out of the remaining 26 points that the Knicks had. Cat going into the paint, attacking the rim, and pretty much just catapulted them over the top. So that's all I got to say. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out.